sportsmanship is not one of them. The student athlete's involvement in intercollegiate activities contributes to the development of the core values of fairness, integrity, honesty, and respect. These values are an integral part of a competitive yet positive game environment. Hope College, the MIAA, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by their student athletes, coaches, and you, the spectators. Profanity, racist or sexist comments, other intimidating actions directed at student athletes, coaches, officials, or other fans is not permitted, will not be tolerated during today's game. As always, remind you to be loud, be proud, and be positive.
Good afternoon and welcome to Ray and Sue Smith Stadium on the campus of Hope College for a beautiful afternoon for college football and the home opener for the Hope College Flying Dutchmen as they take on their guests, the Aurora University Spartans. We are about 10 minutes away from kickoff, both teams in their respective locker rooms, and will be taking the field shortly, as will be a meeting of the captains. This will be a titanic battle of of Division III opponents. Aurora University comes in riding a 16-game win streak in their conference, the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. Hope College, it will be defending their MIAA title, which they shared last year with Albion. The two teams have met 6 times before. And as good as Aurora has been, they have yet to fell the Flying Dutchman. They come into this game 0-4-1 all-time against Hope. This is the 6th meeting between the two teams. The last time they met was in 2019, with Aurora falling by 2 against the Dutch, 34-32. You see the mass of orange uniforms gathering in the northern end zone as they will come out led by head coach Peter Sturzma. And to the south will be the Aurora Spartans, who have yet to assemble. And we are almost ready for the entry of the teams. My name is Scott Vanderstoop. It is a privilege to bring this game to you today. We want to welcome everybody who's watching along the Hope Nation, but extend a special welcome to our guests who are watching the Aurora University Spartans. We will do our best to represent and pronounce the Spartans as they take the field here in Holland, Michigan. We have a couple of minutes. We'll get a chance to go over the starting lineups. As you see the Dutchmen coming out on the field, it is a beautiful day. The crowd is still coming on into the stadium. It is a late arriving crowd. We know you have lots of choices on a beautiful day like this on a holiday weekend. And for those of you up in the Mitten State, we hope you have one screen on the big house in Ann Arbor, but you keep a screen open for the big house here in Holland. Aurora coming out onto the field now, going from the southern end zone to their sideline over on the east as they are greeted by their loyal fans. We have just a couple of minutes to take a look at the starting lineups as they have been announced to us, but I believe first we are going to turn it over to public address announcer Tom Davilar and the music crew for the playing of our national anthem.
Okay. Sorry. Let's slide this up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time we invite you to please stand if possible. Remove all headgear. Our flag flying proudly just beyond the scoreboard in the south end zone. Please feel free to join in the singing of our national anthem. Thank you, fans.
We are 4 minutes away from kickoff as the captains will come out to the midfield stripe to get their pregame instructions and the toss of the coin. Usually it's perfunctory and perhaps ceremonial because that often happens before. We have a chance here while we've got just a couple of minutes to check some of the starting lineups as they've been announced to us. We'll start with Aurora on defense. They are led by quarterback Josh Swanson. He's a senior. He comes in at 6'2", 2 spins on the scale. He's from Waukesha, and he will be leading this offense. In the backfield will be Jaquay Creaton. The receiving core is Trey Madsen, Cam Moore, and Michael Bolin. The tight end is Tyler Duncan. The tackles are Luke Schenkel and Chris Toth. The guards are Matt Kickle and Jalen Cole. And the offensive line is anchored by 6'3", 265 center Jackson Nazos. For Hope on offense, they will be led by senior quarterback Chase Brown, who led the team last year. The running back starting today will be Kenye Houston, who comes back for his 5th year, but will get probably lots of snaps also from backup Daniel Romano, who got lots of large yards last year as well. The receiving core is TJ McKenzie, Terrell Harris, and Carter Nofsinger, 3 seniors with lots of experiences and lots of snaps from previous seasons. The tight end is Eric Hoagland. The tackles are Luke Marsh and Alex Weber. The guards are Dylan Clem and Andrew Shollet. And the offensive line is anchored by Cole Harger. You see the captains out on the line right now. We'll see if we can pick up a little voice from the officiating crew.
It is a heads.
Defer to the second half.
Hope has won the toss and is deferred to the second half. You would like to kick which way?
Kick that way.
Turn yourself around. Or no, you're going to take the ball. You're going to take the ball. You want to be that way. Hope has won the toss. They will defer to the second half.
Well, everyone is in preseason mode, perhaps, as the officials had to twist them around a couple of times. And, in fact, originally said that Aurora was going to be kicking. Indeed, they will be receiving because Hope defers. And Aurora will go from west to east. Excuse me. Now I'm turned around. They will go from north to south to start the first quarter, and Hope will kick off. We'll get the rest of the starters as we move along, but the specials team, the kickoff team is coming on right now. That kickoff team is led by Dylan Hilger, and he is a 5'10 senior who got lots of kicks last year. The long snap, let's just confirm that it is Dylan Hilger who will be doing the kickoffs today. Carter Nossinger will be doing the punting if it would to come to that. Going back for Aurora, we've got Cam Moore, one of the receiving corps, along with James Martino. And Hope College football for 2022 is underway. What a kick. At 2 yards deep coming out is Martino, and he's hit hard inside the 20. He manages to get up to the 16-yard line. Great work by the Hope College special teams. Lots of people in on that tackle, led by Mamadou Kali, a junior cornerback on the kickoff team. Aurora comes out 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Wide to the right is Michael Bolin, a name not on the original starter list, but he is starting now. And it's Josh Swanson in the pistol. And he hands to his running back, and he goes right up the middle, and he is brought down after about a gain of 2 or 3. Making the stop there looks to be Caleb Parlberg getting the start at nose guard, a freshman from Caledonia. Also in on that, I believe, was Joe Natosi. It's going to be 2nd and 6 after a gain of 4. Once again, the snap is bobbled as Swanson has to get rid of it, and he completes the pass up at the 25-yard line. What an athletic play by Swanson, who was able to get rid of it and find Tyler Duncan, the tight end, falling down as Swanson was getting sacked. An athletic play by both of those players, and we are at 3rd and 2 for the Spartans. Could have easily been 3rd and 12. Great play by Swanson, and great catch by Duncan. 2 backs now. One of them comes into the slot. Swanson, a little flare to the left. He's got his receiver. It's his tight end, and it is complete, and it is very close and enough for a first down. That's completed to Cam Moore. Cam Moore is the senior. As part of this receiving corps, he hails from Wheaton, Warrenville South, the place where Hope College does a lot of student recruiting as well. 1st and 10, ball at the 28-yard line. 4 receivers to Swanson's left. 1 receiver to Swanson's right. Swanson looks downfield. He's going to go to the left side. He's got a receiver open, and it is caught, brought incomplete. What a play, broken up by Hope College's defensive backfield. He had his man open, and a great defensive play there. give credit that time to, I believe, cornerback Malachi Obandi, it looks like, number 12, who made that great play. Could have been Adam Vanderkoy, as he's also back there at free safety. 2nd and 10 for Swanson. Handoff off the left side, good yardage as he sneaks his way up. That time it's running back Jaquai Creaton, who picks up a couple blocks and manages to weave his way forward for 5. It will be 3rd and 5 from the Aurora 32-yard line, they mark it. Key play for Swanson and the Spartans. He rolls to the right, goes down. He had a receiver open, but just overthrown, and that will bring up 4th down. That was intended for Trey Madsen. The Dutchman hold, and the punt team and the punt receive team will come on 4th and 5. So Hope manages to hold on their first series, and they will get a chance to take the ball over. Adam Vanderkoy will drop deep to receive the punt. He stands at his 34-yard line or so. The punter for the punter for Aurora is Austin Wildgoals. He stands at his own 16-yard line. Good snap. And he gets an end-over-end high but not long. And it gets a Hope College bounce, and the Spartans are going to have to scramble to get it. And they finally do get it at the Hope 45. Great field position for the Hope College Flying Dutchmen to start their first series of the 2022 season. We have a chance to check the Aurora defense. We did talk about the Hope offense already. The defensive tackles are Jalen Jordan and Jared Pratt. The defensive ends are Brett Chrissy and Otis Watts. The 2 linebackers are Christian Bauer and Marcellus Ramius. The nickelback is Giancarlo, I'm going to check the pronunciation, Marguerejo, I hope I got that right. Connor Nordmeyer and Ernesto Ramirez are the safeties. First handoff goes up the middle on the left side, and just a pickup of a couple, and it's going to be 2nd and 9. Chase Brown in the backfield, in the pistol. He's got Daniel Romano now. We'll see who his back is. 25. We'll catch that number. Here's Chase Brown going downfield. He's got a receiver. It's caught. It's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Hope College. On the second play from scrimmage, the senior Terrell Harris goes 53 yards, and Hope is up 6-0. Outstanding pitch and catch by Chase Brown and Terrell Harris, and Hope is up early 6-0. Dylan Hilger with the PAT attempt. It's up, and the score is 7-0. We've played just over 3 minutes, and we have a score on the board. It's Hope College 7 and Aurora 0. We're going to take a break and hear from some of the spots we've put together for you here. So we will be back in about 30 seconds. You are listening to Hope College football, and you're watching it on Hope College live stream. We'll be right back. Well, everyone's in a little bit of preseason mode here as we are working on getting our spots together. We hope you enjoyed the sights and sounds of Ray and Sue Smith Stadium as we prepare for Hope's second kickoff of the day. James Martino back to receive again the kick from Dylan Hilger. And he is joined on the right side. Well, it's going to be Martino. He's going to catch it 4 yards deep, and Hilger just hit another rocket. And that's going to be a touchback. And Hope will get to go back on defense again. This time they get to go back up with a 7-0 lead. We didn't get a chance to check the Hope defense, so we will do that right now. The defensive ends are Connor Nazlisky and Matthew Anderson. The tackle is Calvin Pimpleton, and the nose guard is Caleb Parlberg, a freshman from Caledonia, getting a start as a first-year player. The linebackers are Adam Gill and Andrew Debris, along with Mohammed Kamara. The safeties are Brady Howe and Nick Flegler, and the corners are Darian Nunley and Adam Vanderkoy. Lots of experience on the Hope defense and on the offense, as lots of returning players, both in skilled and power positions, are back. First handoff off the right side picks up maybe one, as the defensive line of Hope snuffs them out. Leading the tackling core there looked to be, I think that was Wyatt Tucker and Calvin Pimpleton leading the way there. Here's Swanson in the pistol. He hands off again, this time on his right side, and it is strung out well once again by the Hope defense. Great play. Coming in once again, give credit to number 99, Wyatt Tucker. Joining in on that tackle was Andrew Debris from his linebacker spot, and we've got 3rd and long. First 2 plays from scrimmage have been terrific for the Hope defense. They lead 7-0. Coming up on the 11-minute mark in the first quarter. So glad you joined us. We know you had lots of choices this afternoon, a beautiful afternoon in the Midwest. There's a pass complete up on the left side, but it is snuffed out by the defensive core once again by Hope College, and it'll be little or no gain, and that's going to bring up another 4th down for the Spartans. Darian Nunley making that stop from his corner position, and that'll bring up 4th and 7. Austin Wild Goals once again to punt. Vanderkoy deep. He stands this time at his own 13. Hope's got 10 on the line. And they went after it. What a kick. What Wild Goals didn't get on his first kick, he certainly made up for on that one. That was a titanic kick, and it falls dead inside the 15-yard line. So Hope does not nearly have the privilege of the field position they had before, and they have a long way to go as they come out for their second series of the game. They lead 7-0. Hope College picked in the coaches poll to win the MIAA this year. Aurora coming off 3 successful NACC championships, including making the playoffs last year. They lost their first 2 games of the year, and then they won 8 in a row, only to lose then in the NCAA tournament. First play from scrimmage results in a loss for Hope, loss of 1, and Chase Brown will put his team back up there again. That was Elijah Smith, the running back, on that last play. From the pistol, Chase Brown looks to his left, and he's got it complete up to one of his skilled receivers. This time it's T.J. McKenzie. A gain of about 6, call it 5, and that's going to be 3rd and 6 from the Hope. Where are we looking at here? It says 24 on the scoreboard, but I think it's actually the 19-yard line for Hope. 3rd and 6. Here's Brown. He's got 3 receivers out in the pistol. Brown looks, he's going to flushed out, he rolls right. He's got some people. He manages to find a receiver, but great coverage by Aurora, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Novzinger was the intended receiver, and give credit on the cover there to number 5, Quinn Davis, a junior from St. Petersburg, Florida, made a great play, and that's going to bring up 4th down and the first punt for Hope College. The long snapper is Dylan Clem, and Carter Notzinger is the usual starting punter. He stands at his own 5. Nice kick by Notzinger. Not terribly high, so it was on a bullet. It's picked up by Aurora at the 35-yard line. Good coverage by Hope as they get the punt returner, James Martino, the senior wide receiver from Spring Valley, Illinois. Returns it for about 4, and Aurora will start 1st and 10 at 40-yard line, I believe. Good field position for the Spartans on their 3rd possession of the day. 8:32 to go in the first quarter. Hope leads 7-0. Swanson throws left. He's got his wide receiver, but it is snuffed out by Hope College. One-on-one, great open field tackle. Give credit to Muhammad Kamara, the junior from Kalamazoo Central, made an open field tackle in space, one-on-one, and that's going to result in a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. Quickly back up are the Spartans with 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. He goes right. This time he's looking again for his receiving core, and there's no blocking as Hope College does a terrific job of sniffing that out and suffocating the screen pass, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. That pass was completed by the Aurora University receiver Cam Moore, the senior from Wheaton, but he didn't have any help. It's 3rd and 11. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Swanson in the pistol with his lone running back. He drops back. He's looking to the right. He doesn't have anything. He's flushed out. He's got some open field. Nice move. Eludes 2 tacklers. He gets all the way up to the 47, but that will not be enough. And Hope College has once again forced a 4th down situation for the Spartans. They're not running off the field. Now they are, actually. They're going to bring the punt team in. It looked like they thought about it as they were staring at a 4th and 3. Hope will get the ball back. Vanderkoy will drop back again to receive the punt from Wild Goals. Lets the punt go from his 36. And Vanderkoy picks it up at the 18. Heads up left side, gets a couple of nice blocks, and he's flushed out of bounds up to the 40. Great return with some really nice punt return blocking by the special teams unit for Hope. Hope will start in good field position once again. 1st and 10 at their own 40. And I've been mispronouncing Mr. Wheelgoal's name incorrectly. I apologize to Austin Wheelgoals and his family and supporters, as I was able to just check the pronunciation guide. Chase Brown hands it off to his running back as he's cracked up on the left side. That's Kenya Houston, who with a low center of gravity is able to ricochet off a couple of tacklers and pick up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Play being signaled in. Starts up in the press box where we are with offensive coordinator Andrew Hawken, and eventually gets relayed down to the sideline and then out on the field. Here's Chase Brown. Fake handoff, play action, and he had his tight end open, but Chase Brown could not complete it. Eric Hoagland had his hands on it, but it was pretty good coverage by Aurora. That will bring up 3rd and 7. Ian Rampersad into the game. He comes out to the left along with Harris and McKenzie. Kenya in the background. Chase Brown looking right. That's where his three receivers are. It's complete at the 45-yard line. TJ McKenzie in coverage picks it up and advances it down to the Aurora 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Hope College, as they move into Spartan territory. A little curl pattern on the play action, and the senior McKenzie tucked it in as Chase Brown threw a tight spiral right on his numbers. 1st and 10 from the 43. Play action. Chase Brown's going to roll right. He's got a receiver off to the side. It's very close, and they call it complete on the sideline. Ian Rampersad with a great play as he picks up another Hope College first down. Rampersad, the senior from Forest Hills Northern, caught another great pass by Chase Brown. Hope moving on the Spartan offense here. 1st and 10 at the Aurora 31. Luke Beckler in as the H-back. Kenya Houston driving hard. And he gets down to the 20-yard line, and I think that's going to be another first down for Hope College. That's a good old-fashioned running play off the right side as he had a little bit of an opening, and Kenya just put his head down and picked up 11 yards. 1st and 10 for Hope at the Aurora 20-yard line. Brown stands at at the Aurora 25. Houston in the backfield with him. It's going to go back. Excuse me. That's going to be. Yes, it is going to be Houston. It's a 25 and a 26, and for my old eyes from a long ways away, sometimes I can't tell. It's not Elijah Smith. That time it was Kenya. Once again, running hard off the right side, picking up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 at the 17. McKenzie goes to the left. Rampersad goes to the right. Houston in the backfield with Brown in the pistol. And it's once again Kenya Houston. Coach Peter Sturzma is going to run him until they stop him. That time they did stop him, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long from the Houston picked up a yard that time, so it's really kind of 3rd and 6. Isn't much better than what they had. Back into the lineup is Terrell Harris. Coming out is Luke Beckler. Rampersad goes to the right. Harris and McKenzie and the tight end Hoagland all off to the left. Brown's got a drop back. He hits Rampersad at the 7. Inside the 5. It's a first down for Hope. Down to the 3-yard line. Chase Brown to Ian Rampersad. And we've got a 1st and goal for the Dutch. As the first quarter, under 3 minutes to go here, it's been all Hope so far. Chase Brown getting his instructions from the field, from the sideline. And there is a switch in quarterback as they try a different play. In at quarterback that time was Chase Strickland, but we had a bobble, and that's going to cause the ball to go all the way back. Tough break for Hope as they were trying a switch that time, and they were going to snap the ball to Strickland, the sophomore from Mason, and that's going to be a 2nd and goal back at the 17-yard line. Chase Brown in the pistol. It looks like it might be Romano or Beckler in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to the left. Now Hoagland comes over to the left as well. And they're going to give it to the lone running back. I think that's Daniel Romano. He gets around the corner and gets inside. A nice run that time. as it was a second and long, and Daniel Romano, who ran really hard last year, picked up a lot of yards, especially when Kenya Houston was hurt, and he was treading his way down the field that time. Picks up 9, but it's still 3rd and 8. Great run by Daniel Romano. Now the receivers go all the way out to the right. Hoagland, the tight end, is on the left. Brown looks right. He's got an in the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for T.J. McKenzie, but great coverage that time. Double covered by Aurora. I think leading the coverage that looked to be Ernesto Ramirez, the junior from Manuka, Illinois. And that's going to be 4th and 8, and we're going to have our first field goal of the 2022 season. And it's going to be Dylan Hilger again. The holder should be Ben Wellman, although I actually can't see because Dylan Hilger is standing in my line of sight. There's the shot, and it is up, and the 25-yard field goal is good through the uprights over the net. Hope College comes away with points, and they lead now 10-0. We are going to take a little break here, and we will have a 30 or 40-second break, so we will be right back. You are watching Hope College football.
My name is Evan Thomas. I'm a rising senior at Hope College. I'm a biology major and a chemistry minor on the pre-med track, and I play basketball here. Hope's really defined my goals and defined the path I want to set for myself. Coach Mitchell has been a big catalyst in my growth here at Hope, as well as many professors, specifically my lab professor, Dr. Calvo. I hope to use what I've learned here at Hope to continue my research in medical school. Through medicine, I hope I can erase healthcare disparities.
I'm Ryan Vanderswart. As an invested community partner, LBZ is proud to help share Hope College's stories of transformational impact.
Dylan Hilger to kick again, and it's going to go once again into the end zone, but this time it will be run out. And it is James Martino, and he makes it up the right sideline and is knocked out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. Hope College was with an early 10-0 lead. We're under a minute to play in the first quarter. Lots of energy, lots of action, and lots of good news for Hope College. Aurora has struggled so far. They picked up a couple of first downs along the way, but for the most part, it's been all Hope all the time against the Spartans, who come in with a 16-game league winning streak. Swanson with his receivers to both sides, and he hands off, inside handoff to the left side, and that's going to be up to about the 25-yard line. Getting the call that time was, I believe that's going to be their starting running back, Jaquay Creaton. Second handoff by by Aurora on second down results in a yield of about 7 yards. So that's going to be a first down for Aurora up to the 32-yard line. And they're moving quickly. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and they're going to go back to Creaton, and he gets a lot of explosion out the right side and is knocked out of bounds eventually up by about the 41-yard line. Vanderkoy knocked him out. But another good run by Jaquay Creaton. Creaton stands 5'10", 200, and he's from Bastrop, Texas, and leading the Spartans in rushing so far. And he's going to get the ball again. No, excuse me. They've got a sub in there. Tavion Jeans, a 6'1", 220 junior from Lombard, Illinois, went to Willowbrook High School. He gets the call, and he has a nice run, and he gets it up over the line of gain, and so it's going to be another first down. The third first down by Aurora, and that's going to bring the first quarter to an end. We've played 15 minutes of 2022 Hope College football. The Dutchmen lead 10-0. We're going to take another break with another spot, and we will be right back. This is Hope Football.
Forces, please stand at this time to be recognized. Any current or former members of the armed forces, please stand to be recognized. And fans, please join me in a round of applause. Let's hear it for these men.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope Admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope Admissions Office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
On our first play back from the break, on the first play from of the second quarter, Josh Swanson completes a long pass up the right side to his wide receiver, Trey Madsen, for a 30-plus yard gain. And all of a sudden, I was about to come back and say it's been all Hope all the time, although Aurora did kick up its heels in the last 2 minutes, and then they complete that terrific long pass, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the Hope 22-yard line. This pass is complete up the left side, and that one is to his receiver, Ty Pruitt, the sophomore from Cedar Creek, Texas. A little Texas recruiting pipeline here for the Spartans. Not much on that play, however, as it's going to be 2nd and 9. Coming up on that tackle, among others, I think we're going to give credit to Andrew Debris. Swanson in his backfield with Cretin. 3 to the right, receivers that is, 1 to the left. Swanson looking into the end zone. He's got a wide open touchdown, Aurora. As he was wide open, Trey Madsen on an in route, and Aurora is on the board, and we got a football game as it's now 10-6. Coverage breakdown by Hope College as Trey Madsen, that looked like drills as Swanson connected with Madsen for Aurora's first score. At the end of the first quarter, I was going to tell you how dominant Hope College was, as they had picked up really dominating in all areas, 98 yards passing compared to 9 for Aurora. Rushing dominating as well, but now only a field goal separates the two teams, and Coach Peter Sturzman knew that this Aurora team was very well coached with a lot of talent. So I don't think anyone on the Dutchman sideline is surprised that Aurora can score quickly with a lot of weapons. That makes it 10-7, and we are going to get the first Aurora kickoff of the day. The place kicker is Austin Wheelgoals. He also does the punting. And he is getting ready to send it from south to north. And deep to receive should be Carter Novzinger. Stands at his own 2-yard line. Here's the shot from Wheelgoals. Novzinger will catch it at the 10. And on the run gets up over the 20 and is swarmed in under about the 27-yard line. Hope College will take over once again, leading this time 10-7. Both teams have 5 first downs. Rushing yards, only 13 for Hope compared to 40 for Aurora. I'm going to hit my refresh just to make sure that's current. Hope leads in the receiving category, 98 yards versus Aurora's 64. Here comes the Dutch offense. Chase Brown with Kenya Houston. He's got 2 receivers and 2 tight ends in this lineup. Beckler goes from left to right, and Daniel Romano puts his head down and powers forward. No, excuse me, that's Elijah Smith, number 25. Excuse me, Elijah Smith running hard right off the right guard. The junior from Hastings picks up 6 yards, 6 good yards up to the 33. It will be 2nd and 4. Now McKenzie comes to the left, and Hoagland's going to go out to the right. Beckler also into the game as the H-back. And once again, a handoff off left side. Not much going there as the Aurora defense snuffs that out. Excuse me, it's Novziger who's been lining up on the left, not Hoagland. Coming into the game for Hope now is Kareem Williams. A lot of depth in the skilled positions for the Hope College Flying Dutchman. Chase Brown in the background with Elijah Smith. Brown 2-step back and over the middle, and it's incomplete. Intended that time for Kareem Williams, and good coverage that time as Ernesto Ramirez was covering him, and after the ball was passed, he really put the wood to him, and that's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and 4, and Hope will have to punt from its own 34-yard line. You can feel a momentum switch here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium as Aurora had a very impressive offensive score that resulted in a touchdown, and then Hope with a very poor offensive performance there, 3 and out. And that time, I don't think that was Dylan Hilger doing the kicking. That may have been Nick Flegler, number 2, with an Australian-style kick. Not far, but there is no return. Aurora with good field position at their own 40. Josh Swanson will bring out his team once again. He'll put Ty Pruitt to the left, along with Trey Madsen. 2 receivers to the right. And here is Cretin, and he gets a nice block at the line of scrimmage, up over midfield, up over the first down marker, and it's going to be a 15-yard run, and that's going to bring it to the Hope 45-yard line. Jaquay Cretin had a nice initial surge, and then he did all the rest of it himself, cutting hard and finding a spot up on the far right sideline. 1st and 10 Aurora, 45-yard line of Hope. Spartans definitely have shifted the momentum. You can feel it in the crowd as they have gotten much quieter. And once again, that's going to be Jaquay Cretin pounding his way over the 40-yard line down to the 39, and that's going to be 2nd and 4. Four receivers for Swanson. And once again, it's Cretin. This time, Hope suffocates it a little better as Cretin is tackled. Leading on that was, see if we can see who came out from the bottom of the pile. You have to go a little deeper than the 2 deep to find out who that was there. And on 3rd and short, they run a little sneak play, and it's going to be very close. Give Matthew Anderson credit on that last tackle, but it is enough for a 1st down, and so Aurora will get a fresh set of downs at the Hope 35-yard line. They only needed 1.5 yards, and that's about what they got. Clock running, under 11 to go in the first half. Aurora running downhill right now as they had a very impressive drive the last time and showing equal impress. There's a fumble in the background. Swanson flags it down, and he's able to throw it out before too much damage goes down, and that will be 2nd and 10. That was intended for Michael Boland, Vanderkoy on the cover. And one of the few mistakes Aurora has made there. First, second and 10 for the Spartans. Trey Madsen goes off to the right, along with his fellow receivers. And there's another fumble. 2 fumbles in a row, but this time Swanson once again is able to get onto it. As just as I talked about how Aurora had swung the momentum and were running downhill, 2 plays in a row were busted, and it's now 3rd and 12 for the Spartans. Spencer Holtz comes into the game for Hope. He'll be on the far, he'll be a right side defensive tackle, right side defensive tackle. Here's Swanson with 4 receivers once again. He's going to take a 3-step drop. He's got time. He's going for the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, Aurora. What a play. Trey Madsen with a great catch in tight coverage. Nick Flegler was all over him. And Trey Madsen came up with a highlight reel catch, and Aurora takes the lead. PAT coming up. You're not hearing a lot of noise on that one unless you're on the other side of the field by the faithful Aurora fans, but wow, what a catch by Madsen. The PAT is up, and it is not mighty, but it is accurate. As Austin Wheelgoals, who's had a workout both in punts and kickoffs and PATs, and he has given Aurora a 14-10 lead. We've got 9:45 to go, and we're going to take a short break. This is Hope College football.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
The first quarter was all Hope. The second quarter has been all Aurora, and a hush has settled over this stadium, and a hush has settled over the western sideline as the men in orange have become very docile. Peter Stursma recognized that and marched from the 20-yard line on the northern side in the northern end zone all the way up to midfield, exhorting his Dutchman to show some energy and to show some passion, because in the first 6 minutes of this quarter, Aurora has hung 14 points on them, and the Spartans now lead 14-10. 9:37 to go. Chase Brown comes back. He's got his usual receiving core in, and a little inside pitch handoff is going to go to Terrell, and he cracks his way up over the 35. Nice little play there. Normally Terrell Harris is a receiver, but he caught a little inside handoff from Chase Brown, and that's going to be, the chain gang is equivocating a little bit, but the yard marker guy's got it stuck on 1, so we're going to go 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and that's Elijah Smith who puts his head down, but pretty good defense that time by the people up front for Aurora, as he's only going to pick up a couple. Leading the tackles on that looked to be Jalen Jordan, one of the tackles. 2nd and 8. Harris and McKenzie to the left. Rampersand to the right. Brown's got time, but he just lost it. He's being chased. He's able to find TJ McKenzie. What a play as he gets loose. He had to elude 2 defenders. And on that play, TJ McKenzie was able to come all the way from the left side of the field over to the right, and Chase Brown was able to pick him up. 1st and 10 for Hope at their own 44-yard line. Could have been a busted play, could have been blown up in the backfield as Aurora got a rush, and could have been a coverage sack, but Brown was able to weasel free and pick up McKenzie coming across. Great play by Brown, great catch by McKenzie. And here is number 34, Daniel Romano, powers his way up over midfield. Daniel Romano is a load to bring down, as are some of the other running backs for Hope. He just cracks his way forward for 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2. 48-yard line of Aurora is where the ball sits. Rampersad is off to the right. McKenzie to the right. McKenzie to the left. Rampersad to the right. Hoagland, the tight end, on the left. 2 running backs now for Chase. One of them H-back, Luke Beckler. Chase Brown's going to keep this one on a broken play, and we have our first penalty of 2022, as I'm pretty sure that one's going to go against Hope for some sort of alignment infraction or motion infraction. Let's see once here what we got. Tough penalty for Hope if that's what it is at 2nd and 2. We'll wait to hear from the white hat.
Personal foul. Illegal block below the waist. Offense, number 38. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, 2nd down.
Ouch. Well, that's a little worse than illegal shift, as that's going to bring the ball back 15 yards and way back into Hope territory. So the kind of energy that Hope had has been stifled now, as they're going to be looking at a 2nd and 16 maybe. No, not quite that dreadful. 2nd and 13 we'll call it, sitting at the Hope 43, and they got to get up over midfield to the Hope 46. Now they're going to talk about this. I think they're going to need to figure out exactly where the spot of the foul was. So I think well, we'll just let them sort it out. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that good of news. There we go. That looks a little more like what I thought it was going to be, all the way back now to the Hope, 38. A spot of the foul infraction brings it way back, and now it's 2nd and 16 or 17 for the Dutch. They had 2nd and 2. Chase Brown going downfield, and it is intercepted by Aurora. Intended for Terrell, but it was picked off by Aurora. Leading the Spartans that time was Connor Nordmeyer. The senior DB from Lindenhurst, Illinois, made a great play. And Harris was triple covered, so in some ways we couldn't expect much else because there was just great coverage there. If it had been 3rd down, we probably would have sweated it less, but we did rob ourselves of a play as it was only 2nd down, but it was an unkind situation for Hope as they were looking at some tough yardage and some tough plays, given the illegal block that brought them way back to their own 37. Aurora back on the field, leading by 4. Swanson. Inside handoff to his receiver, and it's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards. On the inside that time, that's James Martino, the senior. It's part of the receiving corps, kind of an all-purpose back, if you will. That's a pickup of 4, so it's going to be 2nd and 6 from the Aurora 26. Swanson calls it out with 2 receivers to the right. He's going to hand it off to Creaton. Great defense that time by Hope as they were able to fight the offensive line surge, and the right side of the offensive line that time taking care of things. Calvin Pimpleton was in on that, as was Matt Anderson. That's going to be 3rd and 5. Big play for Hope College as their offense has been silent since about 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. They really need the ball back. Swanson rolls right. He's got a receiver out of the backfield. Nice play, but it's going to end up short as Creaton caught it, but he was a little off balance when he caught it, and he wasn't really able to get yards after catch. So that's going to be 4th down, probably 4, and Hope will get the ball back. Austin Wheelgoals will stand at his 14. Vanderkoy is standing at his own 33. Wheel goal, shorter kick this time, and it's going to go shank off to the right side and land on the Aurora sideline. Favorable conditions for Hope. Wheel goal's had a couple of great kicks, but that one was under his average, and it's going to be marked, wow, all the way up to the Aurora 43. A favorable spot for the Hope College Flying Dutchman with 5:13. I've got the upright blocking my view of our smaller scoreboard, and that's how much is left in the first half. Here comes Chase Brown, bringing his offense back in, and the handoff goes up the middle that time. And we'll see once who we've got here. I think we might have a new running back in for Hope. It looks like it might have been Jakari Kirkland getting a snap here. He's a sophomore from Northview, transfer from Grand Valley, getting his first Division III snap of his career. Chase Brown throws it left, and he finds a nice little out route to TJ McKenzie. Good yardage, but not enough for the first down as that ball's out of bounds at the 38. And it'll be 3rd and 4. Another big play for the Flying Dutch. They have been snuffed out by the Aurora Spartans defense since their last score. Clock not running after the ball was out. Oh, it is running now. The official restarts it. 4:32 to go, and Brown is going to hand it off to Jakari, and he finds a hole over the 30, down inside the 25. Jakari Kirkland, what a play off the left side, got some nice initial blocks, and then darted through a relatively small hole to pick up a first down. Welcome to Hope College, young man. We see you, Jakari Kirkland. Ball at the 23 of Aurora. And Hope trying to breathe life back into its offense. They trail 14-10. Here's Kirkland again. This time not so much luck as he didn't get great initial blocking, and he was initially tackled by Christian Bauer, one of their linebackers. And that's going to be 2nd and 10. Now Daniel Romano's going to come back. And Jakari Kirkland is going to come out. Waiting for the play to come in from the sideline. Nofsinger and McKenzie to the right. Fake to Romano. Brown going into the end zone. Overthrown. Intended for Nofsinger, and that will bring up 3rd and 10. And now there's a flag, and someone's going to get an unsporting conduct. It's either going to go on Nofsinger from Hope or Ramirez from Aurora. So we'll wait to see once here what it is. When you're that far away, it's hard to say who said what to whom, but clearly identified unsporting conduct. Here we go.
Dead ball after the play. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 89, 15 yards from the previous spot. The down is third.
Another 15-yard back-breaking penalty for Hope, as it was way off in the corner, so we couldn't see it, but the side judge downfield, or the field judge, I should say, was there, along with the back judge, and now Hope is looking at a 3rd and 25, and once again, a penalty has really debilitated this Hope offense. Chase Brown pulling out his 3rd and 25 play from the playbook, and he's going to just run it, and he's not going to get anything, maybe a yard, and that's going to be 4th down. Almost looked like a broken play. I think that's too far for a Hilger field goal, so I think we're going to have to probably Hope will run a 4th down play unless they try to find a punt that if we could order up maybe a 30-yard punt or so and try to get it inside the 10, but it looks like Hope is going to go for it at 4th and 25. Let's see, the play clock's down to 10. So if you backed it up 5, that's a little bit closer to a Nofsinger punt that might not go into the end zone, and that's exactly what's going to happen, as we'll take another 5-yard penalty to add to the 15-yard penalty, bring the ball back to the 42, and Hope is going to take a timeout. Actually, I don't think they did take the they did not take the penalty. Instead, they called timeout right before that. So while the two teams huddle on 4th and 24, we are going to take a break ourselves, and we are going to hear from some of the good folks who helped make this possible. This is Hope College football.
My name is Evan Thomas. I'm a rising senior at Hope College. I'm a biology major and a chemistry minor on the pre-med track, and I play basketball here. Hope's really defined my goals and defined the path I want to set for myself. Coach Mitchell has been a big catalyst in my growth here at Hope, as well as many professors, specifically my lab professor, Dr. Calvo. I hope to use what I've learned here at Hope to continue my research in medical school. Through medicine, I hope I can erase healthcare disparities.
I'm Ryan Vanderswart. As an invested community partner, LBZ is proud to help share Hope College's stories of transformational impact.
Hope is going to go for it on 4th and 25 from the Aurora 37-yard line. Chase Brown dropping back. He's pushed to the right, throws it up over the middle, almost intercepted as that ball was not close, intended for Terrell Harris. And that's going to be a change of possession, and the Spartans are going to take over in what looked like a terrific opportunity for Hope to put some more points on the board and possibly retake this lead. Those hopes have been dashed as the Spartans, with the help of a UNR penalty, have forced the turnover, and they get the ball back with 2:11 left in the first half. Josh Swanson is alone in his backfield, 4 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. He's going to go up to the left side. He's got somebody open, and it's caught. What a great play, a pitch and catch from his wide receiver as it's in single coverage. Cam Moore beat the cornerback on that play for a terrific play, and Aurora is now threatening again. So what looked like 2 minutes ago, Hope might be taking the lead. Aurora is now threatening at the Hope 23-yard line. Left side completion. That one is going to go to James Martino. Good yardage. Gets it down to the 16-yard line. 2nd and 3, perhaps. And with under 2 minutes to go, Aurora is threatening to extend its lead. something I didn't think would be happening based on where the ball was just a couple of plays ago and who had the ball. 4 receivers to the right for Swanson. Over the middle, incomplete. And that will bring up 3rd and 2, excuse me. I believe the intended receiver on that one was Cam Moore. Big play for the Hope defense. They really do not want to go in to the locker room down by more than 7. A field goal is likely here, and look at that. They're going to do a little quarterback sneak from under center, and boy, that's really close. And I think they're going to end up just a little short, but they've got another play if they choose to, depending on if they want to go with a field goal. 1:33 to go. The clock is stopped as they evaluate the position of the ball. And that's a first down. Down to the 13-yard line, and it was enough. They didn't even need to bring the chains out. 1st and 10 for Aurora. They rewind the clock, 1:30 and counting. For Josh Swanson, who's got Matino in the backfield with him on the pistol. He looks right. He's got Matino open. Touchdown, Aurora! James Matino coming out of the backfield and catches the ball on the right side. And Aurora has extended its lead to 20-10. What a turn of events that have been most unfortunate for the Hope College Flying Dutchmen, who looked like they were getting ready to climb back into this game. And instead of perhaps cutting the lead to 1 or perhaps taking the lead with a touchdown, they now trail by 10 and will likely trail by 11 after this PAT attempt. Credit the Spartans for turning it around and making big stops deep in their territory when they had to with the help of a very unfortunate Hope College penalty. We've got 1:13 to go. We'll take one more spot before we come back for the final part of this first half. It's Aurora 21 and Hope 10. We'll be back.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Well, if anybody in Hope Nation didn't think we had a tough opponent this week, I don't think anyone thought that. But if they did, those thoughts have been assuaged. There's a little squib kick, and that's going to be smothered by Hope at its own 33-yard line. Aurora University has come on with force and might to move 21 straight points and take a 21-10 lead. What looked to be a dominating game for the Dutchmen has turned into them getting dominated by the Spartans in the second quarter. Chase Franti from Spring Grove, Illinois, graduate of Culver Military Academy, was one of the upbacks who made that, who recovered that play. Chase Brown, see what he can do in the last minute 12. He is able to complete it to Ian Rampersad up to the 39-yard line. A lot of good athletes on this Hope team, but beyond about the first 10 minutes of the first quarter, they have not been productive on offense. Brown looking over the middle. It is deflected, intended for McKenzie, and it is deflected that time by Marcellus Ramius, a linebacker from Belleville, Illinois. And that's going to bring up third down. 3rd and 3 with 1:03 to go. Hope trying desperately to get some points on the board in the final minute. But now we're going to call an audible. Brown's going to look back to the sidelines to pick up something else. 13 seconds left on the play clock. Because of the incomplete pass, the game clock's not running. Brown goes way left side and completes it to McKenzie, and it looks like he had the quickness of mind and lightness of feet to squeak his way out of bounds just on the other side of the first down marker. Smart play by TJ. That brings it up to the 44, 1st and 10. But in some ways, that's the least of the Dutchman's concerns because they're looking at a 58-second interval here on the game clock, and they got to move the ball, I would think, at least to the 25 or so for a field goal. Farther than that for a touchdown. Up over the middle, intended for Harris, but just a little overthrown. That would have been good yardage there, but it's 2nd and 10. Harris was pretty well guarded, although he did have a step on his opponent, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Terrell Harris wanted that ball just about 4 inches lower, and we might add a big play. Chase Brown goes right side. Rampersad makes a nice catch, but Quinn Davis made sure he didn't get very far, and so he picks up 4 yards. It's 3rd and 6. Clock continues to run at 36. Brown this time back to Rampersad, and he's got a 1st down this time. But again, great coverage as we're just Ben Slatkoff making the stop there. But the clock is stopped. The ball at the 43 with 33 to go on the game clock. 4 receivers and 1 running back for Brown. He's got time up over the middle. He's got Rampersad, but great coverage that time, and that ball is incomplete. Give credit to Martin Milan, I believe, was on that, number 25. Or maybe that was Slatkoff. Let's see. Oh, no, 35. Connor Nordmeyer, senior DB. 2nd and 10. 4 receivers, including Luke Beckler, the H-back. And that ball is complete to, is that Harris? That is McKenzie. No, excuse me, that's Harris. 6 and 5. When they're all, the numbers are all scrunched up, it's tough to see, but that's going to be a timeout by Hope. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 with the clock stopped, 18 seconds to go. Hope desperately wanting to get some points on the board, but give the Spartans credit. We're executing those plays, but they tend to be not a lot of yards after catch. Rampersad made a couple of nice plays, but he was tackled right away. That was a nice play there by Harris. Nice catch. But beyond that, there hasn't been a lot of yards after catch. Credit the Spartan defense. Aurora has 11 first downs compared to Hope's 10. They lead in rushing yards, 68-55. Aurora has 12 receptions, as does Hope, with Aurora slightly more receiving yards, 166 against Hope's 140. Total yardage, Aurora with the advantage of 234 yards compared to Hope's 195. Hope would like nothing better to even that statistic with about 40 yards worth of yardage here at the end, but they've got a long way to go and not very much time to get there. Brown has got time over the middle, and it is caught by Terrell Harris. What a play. I thought that might have been pass interference. It didn't matter because he made a great play all the way down to the 25. That's going to stop the clock to move the chains. And Brown going back. This time it's caught and out of bounds. I believe that's Hoagland. No, it's Carter Nofsinger. Great play by Carter Nofsinger. So just when I kind of counted Hope out here, they get And what are we going to do here? Are we going to go with a field goal right now? Oh, because there's only 5 seconds. I thought it was 15, but I've got like the worst sight line for that clock as the, Freddie, look at that. I can't see the middle number. I thought it was 15. It's 5. So now they're going to bring in and try to get Hilger to complete a 35-yard field goal. I thought there was 15 yards left. And Aurora's going to call a timeout here to make sure they're ready and also get Dylan Hilger to maybe think about this for just a bit. This would potentially cut the lead from 11 to 8 on what will likely be the last play of the first half. It was a game of 2 quarters. It was a half of 2 quarters with Hope dominating the first 13 and a half minutes of the game, and then Aurora dominating the last 2 minutes of the the first quarter, and basically all of the second quarter. Hope has put a nice little drive together here, and it's gotten it down to the Aurora 18, maybe the Aurora 19, and it is from the 26-yard line that Ben Wellman will hold from Dylan Clem's snap, and Dylan Hilger with his first field goal attempt of the day. Not a great job by Clem getting it down, and it is just off to the left. The snap was a little low, and that will end the first half as Hope is unable to convert the 36-yard field goal. It was high enough, long enough, but not straight enough. We have completed one half of football in the 2022 season, and the Aurora Spartans lead the Hope College Flying Dutchmen by a score of 21-10. We are going to take some time here, and we are going to show you some folks, some activities on campus, hear from our good folks at Lawrence and Vanderswart, and have lots of other good video for us. We hope you will come back to join us for the second half. Once again, it's Aurora 21 and Hope 10. We'll be back for the second half.
There are over 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and nearly every single one of them is named after a location or a historical figure. But along the shores of Lake Michigan, there is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope. It is so easy to get lost in what this world lacks, to become discouraged by its needs, gaps, and flaws. Can we see beyond the uncertainty and brokenness? At Hope College, we do. Not by ignoring the world as it is, but by learning and living with the belief that this is not the world as it should be, by driving to understand, to unlock clarity, to amplify truth, by leading with inspired compassion, by embodying a vision that illuminates greater opportunity for all, by serving with anchored conviction, using our collective gifts to offer this world what it needs most. Hope. Not simply hope as a desire, but hope as a way of being. Because hope has changed the way we see the world, and hope drives us to change the way the world is. Because hope shapes our calling. Because hope inspires our dreams. Because hope empowers our talents. Because hope frees us to try. Because hope transforms what we believe, transforms how we act, transforms who we are. At Hope College, we know this life-altering grace is a gift we have all been given, and it is the greatest gift we can offer the world. Hope transforms.
My name is Evan Thomas. I'm a rising senior at Hope College. I'm a biology major and a chemistry minor on the pre-med track, and I play basketball here. Hope's really defined my goals and defined the path I want to set for myself. Coach Mitchell has been a big catalyst in my growth here at Hope, as well as many professors, specifically my lab professor, Dr. Calvo. I hope to use what I've learned here at Hope to continue my research in medical school. Through medicine, I hope I can erase healthcare disparities.
I'm Ryan Vanderswart. As an invested community partner, LBZ is proud to help share Hope College's stories of transformational impact.
Can you hear that sound? That's the sound of a marginalized family's future filling with hope. For $60, you can change the life trajectory of a family through the gift of a goat. When a family receives a goat through Gift of Hope, they have access to nutrition and income. Visit www.rca.org/givehope to shop gifts that share Christ's love. Give a different kind of gift this holiday season. Give a goat, give hope.
You're nervous for college. I was also really afraid that I was gonna fail in the long run.
I'll give you this much, I'll give you that much, loans, subsidized, unsubsidized.
Coming into college and admitting that you don't really know how to do college can seem embarrassing, but really nobody knows how to do college. Being a first-generation student, a lot of it had been driven by myself because my parents never went through that process. And so I had to figure out what I was looking for personally in a school, which I've never thought about before. And so that part was difficult because since I had no frame of reference, I really didn't know what I wanted to look for in a school.
I loved school. I've always loved school, and I was very driven in high school too, but for some reason I just never actually thought I could do it because I couldn't see it. It didn't feel tangible. And when I was able to get a scholarship, I was like, I'm actually going to college? I can do this. People believe in me.
I had to figure out financial aid for the schools. I had to figure out how much my mother made. I had to figure out what kind of school I wanted to go to, where I'd fit in. And it was hard because at that point, being a senior in high school, I barely know who I am. I barely know what to expect in college.
Given that no one in my family has done it, and just not being able to have that advice because they didn't go through that, I was really afraid that I was gonna let them down.
First-generation college students are immensely talented, and yet nationwide, we know first-gen students can struggle to adapt to the college environment. At Hope College, we have found that the problem is not with the student, but instead the environment that they're jumping into. We're also learning that it's not safe to assume all the things that first gens know. We've assembled a team of faculty and staff members to address some of these issues of equity, to create a first-generation student union that can create an environment where first-gen students can thrive, just like their non-first-gen peers.
Because I'm Haitian and I wasn't born here, I came here at a very young age. Education was pushed in my household, so right after high school I knew that I had to go to college, and I feel that that's the reason why I take education so seriously, because I understand that like my mom came to America so that I could be who I want to be, and so that I can be someone that my family back in Haiti and my family back at home can look up to.
We're also paving the way for our families, for our friends. And I think that's one of the greatest advantages that we have, because we get to speak into them, and if someone wants to follow our path, we can definitely guide them and mentor them, or just give them words of advice that is going to be necessary to them.
My next brother just started college this year, and I have 2 in high school that are looking at college, and I think for me, setting that path that college is an attainable thing in our family is a big thing for me. And the times they've been here, they've really got to see what college is like, and that it's an attainable possibility for them since I'm here. And so that's been cool to see.
We know that nationally and at Hope, the number of first-gen students is only going to continue to rise. By creating a first-gen student union, this is our opportunity to be innovative with education and to be inclusive of the way we're creating environments to help all students succeed.
I understood that my education could completely change my life, that it opens so many doors. And I think that some students just go to college as the next stepping stone in their life. They don't really think about what does this really mean and how can this change my life. And I understood that because neither of my parents had that opportunity to get a degree.
I think being a first-generation student has taught me to always keep working hard, no matter if you really want to or not. Like I work 2 jobs now and I have 2 majors, and balancing that can be a really tricky task. But for me, I think it's really built me into somebody that can be resilient, and just kind of growing into being a fully independent adult.
Just because I'm a first-generation student doesn't mean that I'm any less knowledgeable as the other person. Just because I have my worries and my doubts and my uncertainties doesn't mean that when I do know the information, the world is my oyster. The only thing that's blocking me from walking on that other side of the mountain is the fact that I don't know. But when I do know, there's nothing that I can't do.
Don't ever forget that you are a trailblazer, because you're setting the path and you're changing the direction of where you want to go. You're taking the initiative of deciding what it is that you want to do and not leaving that for others to do that for you.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
Hello, I'm Trigby Johnson, and I serve as the Dean of the Chapel at Hope College. I'd like to thank you for your continued relationship with Hope. Thank you for being our people. People are what make this campus special. A people rooted in our shared faith in Jesus Christ. And in that spirit, I'd like to personally invite you to come join us for chapel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30 a.m. Come and join the next generation of Hope College students as we sing the old songs of the faith and some new ones. Come and enter in and experience the energy and vitality of what it is to be a Christian here at Hope College, as God shapes us to be a people of hope now and for future generations.
Coming in, I didn't really have much experience with business. My dad's a French teacher and my mom's a nurse, and so I didn't have any super personal experience with that.
I was excited to start college, but it was definitely a new step that the nerves were also there too.
I was very overwhelmed. Centering myself in the business department as I got here, that was part of the reason of why I felt it was like a natural progression from high school to college. My first big introduction was Business 222. Once I kind of got into that, it kind of opened my eyes to like what is out there and how much there is that Hope can prepare me for.
I joined Launch my first semester, which is a business program that introduces first-year students to the business and economics department. We met about twice a month, so it was the perfect time commitment where I wasn't feeling overwhelmed already with schoolwork on top of this.
It's so important to get engaged early because frankly you come to college and we just don't think that you really have enough experience and have enough knowledge to confidently make a decision about what you want to do next.
Coming in, I saw this opportunity to meet all these upperclassmen who were business majors, who had at the time so much more wisdom than I did. I first really wanted to get into business club and see what that had to offer.
Getting engaged early is going to give you experiences that you can build on. It's going to help you build your professional network and relationships. You're going to be known and you will be supported, but you are in the driver's seat, and so it is going to take your stepping into this and being committed and staying engaged because you're going to be the one that's navigating this journey and that's taking some of these next steps. And then when you do that, we'll be alongside there to help.
The thing I love most about Hope Theater is that all of the faculty and the students are working together to create a shared artistic product, that it is the process that we go through that we value as well as the product that our audience comes to see.
I think the benefits of having such a small department is obviously the one-to-one contact we can have with the students, know what their strengths are, we know what their challenges are, and that being said, we're very good at helping them to improve, to become the artists they ultimately want to be.
We're recognized as a department that asks important questions. We have a very special community of liberal arts students. They're smart across the board, but they're also really dedicated.
You don't have to be a major or a minor to be involved in theater here. You get to work with people from all disciplines. Quite often, you know, you can have a chemistry major working on a production with you and a English major who are just as talented and working together to create great theater.
I love Hope College Theater because everyone cares about one another.
Everyone is so supportive and great with each other. It's a small department, so we're all really close to each other.
Everyone is committed to doing their best work whenever we're working on production.
Hope College is just a really great place to be. Plus, it's a bonus to be in Holland. We're just a short walk from downtown 8th Street and a quick drive from Lake Michigan, so it's just a really great place to call home.
We're very proud of the curriculum that we can offer at Hope Theater. We have a very wide range of courses, so a very holistic approach about theater education. So we're offering classes in acting and performance, in design, in directing, in stage management, playwriting, musical theater. At Hope Theater, the class sizes are really small, so we get to know our students really well and have a one-on-one relationship with them, and also become mentors with them. Students will start out, if they're interested in design, by taking some coursework and then working with a faculty mentor as an assistant designer on a production, and then working their way into taking the design courses, and then perhaps having a main stage assignment if they are interested in going into design.
We have a terrific opportunity in our own backyard, meaning the Hope Summer Repertory Theater, which is a wonderful opportunity for our students to work in a professional setting full-time over the course of the summer. And we also ask our students and give them the opportunity to do some kind of independent project if they wish to. Often those are a student desiring to direct a full-length play.
I did my 490 project this semester, and it is an original play titled Her Real Name Was, and I got a chance to write it and work on it, and then as my senior project, I had the opportunity to cast and produce that play.
I came in as a performance emphasis, but now I've been able to do all sorts of technical theater as well, and I have so much experience with stage management and with lighting, and I think that's really valuable that you wouldn't be able to get at a larger state school or with a BFA program.
We have so much fun together and we create art together, and there's a lot of opportunities for jobs in the department as well.
We offer on-job training, so you can have a job in the theater department and work in any of the areas. So we have a paid staff that works in the scene shop, in the costume shop, for publicity, in lighting and sound, and also the running crews for our production.
Welcome back to Ray and Sue Smith Stadium on the campus of Hope College. My name is Scott Vanderstoop. I am privileged to bring you this opening game between the Aurora Spartans and the Hope College Flying Dutchman. It was all Hope College in the first quarter, and it was all Aurora in the second quarter, and they lead 21-10. Hope College deferred the decision in the first half, so they will get the ball to start this half. The statistics bear out the fact that it was an Aurora first half. They lead 21-10. Many of the other parts of the game were balanced because Aurora was just able to capitalize on more scoring opportunities, and they were hurt by by fewer penalties. Rushing yards, 68 for Aurora, 55 for Hope. Passing yards, 166 for Aurora, 162 for Hope. Total offense, a slight advantage to the Spartans, 234 to 217. Red zone chances, Aurora was 1 of 1, and Hope was 1 of 2. Third down conversions about equal, 4 of 8 for Aurora, 6 of 10 for the Dutch. The first scoring play of the first half came at 11:50 in the remaining in the first quarter, as Terrell Harris took a 54-yard touchdown pass from Chase Brown. That was followed up by a field goal by Dylan Harris with 1:03 to go, and then it was all Aurora. First it was Trey Madsen catching a 21-yard pass from Josh Swanson, then Trey Madsen catching a 38-yard pass from Swanson. That one at 9:45, the first one at 13:53. And then with 1:13 to go, a real backbreaker as Hope was driving and inside the 30, and a UNR penalty caused 15-yard mark-off against the Dutch. They had to turn the ball over, and then Aurora in the last 2 minutes put it together. Again, with 1:13 to go, a 13-yard pass from Swanson to Martino, excuse me. Here's the kickoff from the Spartans. Nofzinger will take it at his own 6. He's up over the 15, up over the 20, and hit hard He's not up over the 20. Hit at the 20, and that's about where Hope will start it. Great kickoff coverage return by the Spartans, and the Hope offense will come back onto the field. It is a bright, beautiful, sunny afternoon in West Michigan along the lakeshore. But we also have the stadium lights on for reasons that aren't entirely clear to me. Chase Brown in the pistol. Luke Beckler is the H-back. And the running back is, let's see who that is. I think that's, I want to say that's, it's either 25 or 26. I can't tell. I think that's Elijah Smith. If it's 26, it's Houston. If it's 25, it's Smith. Chase Brown on 2nd and 4. Handoff goes to, we're still trying to, let's see, that might be Kenya Houston. Kenya a little heavier, a little thicker, and he is driving up to the 30-yard line, 3rd and 1. Harris into the game now for Hope. He's wide to the right, along with Nofsinger. Off to the left is McKenzie. Houston stands in the pistol behind Brown. Option to the right. Brown's going to keep it, but hit hard at the 30-yard line, really close to the first down. And they're going to have to measure that. And they're going to give Chase Brown the first down on that play right at the 30-yard line, very close. It's a great tackle by Aurora, but Hope only needed 2 yards. It's 1st and 10 for the Flying Dutchmen, who are in desperate need of some offensive energy and some points on the board. It is a hot, humid day, and although it's hot everywhere, it's got to be an extra 8 degrees on the field. And Dwayne Riley, the junior linebacker from Addis, Louisiana, cramped up and eventually got stretched out and went off the field on his own power. Just underway in the 3rd quarter. Hope trails by 11 against a very impressive Aurora team. We knew they were good when they got here, and they have shown it, particularly in the last 17 minutes of the first half. Kenya Houston cracks his way over the 35-yard line to the 36. Nice interior blocking. Gain of 6 is going to be 2nd and 4. Hope trying to establish a running game. And it's Houston again, not a lot of blocking off the right side, and he is swarmed under for a loss. Leading the charge for Aurora was Jalen Jordan, the sophomore tackle, defensive tackle. Terrell Harris back into the game. It's 3rd and 7 now after the loss. Chase Brown steps into the pocket, has his hand hit as he delivers, and it's incomplete. Out in Nofsinger and McKenzie land, but really his hand was hit, or his arm was hit as he delivered, and that's going to bring up 4th down, and Aurora stops the Dutch once again. Nofsinger will punt. Back deep to receive for the Spartans is Martino. We've called his name a lot, including on a touchdown pass. Hofzinger is going to kick it from his 21. Short, and a fair catch by Martino at the 36-yard line. No return. Aurora will take the field on offense for the first time in the second half. They lead by 11 with 12:03 to go. Looking at the penalties, Aurora was errorless in the first half. They still haven't had a flag thrown on them. Hope only had 2, but they were lengthy and untimely as it penalized them at inopportune times and really hurt their scoring chances. Back at the quarterback position is Josh Swanson. Inside handoff goes to Moore. He's got a nice block up over the 50-yard line. Brought down on the play by Nick Flegler, but not until Cam Moore picks up 12 yards and a first down. Nice little inside handoff as Swanson hands to one of his receiving corps. Swanson with 2 runners in the backfield now. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. And that's going to be Cretin, and he picks his way forward up over the 47 down to maybe the 46, knocked back to the 47. Gain of 3, it will be 2nd and 7. Several tackles, several Dutchmen in on that tackle, including Adam Gill, the senior from Forest Hills Northern. Having a conversation in my neighborhood today with some friends who were having some Forest Hills Northern friends out for the afternoon at their house, and had to make a decision between going to watch their neighbor Adam Gill or staying at the beach, and they decided to stay at the beach and turn on the web telecast. We're grateful that they did. It's 3rd and 6 after that short pass completion. Swanson is complete, and that's very close to the first down to Trey Madsen. I think they're going to move the chains on that. Ball is out at the 40-yard line, and a first down for the Spartans. Great execution by the Aurora offense, getting exactly what they needed, plus about 6 inches. 1st and 10 for the Spartans, just inside the Hope 40. Moving second first down of this half. Here's Cretin, and good defense by Hope as he's sacked for a loss. Finally, something for Hope to get excited about, as Aurora has had their way on offense for most of the second quarter and so far here in the first half. Making the stop that time was Connor Nazliski. He's a senior from Byron Center, and that's exactly what Hope needed to try to get some momentum. A loss of 2, it'll be 2nd and 12. Under center now is Swanson. You don't see that very often. Last 2 times have been on quarterback sneaks, and that ball is just out of the reach of Trey Madsen as Swanson rolled to his right. Had Madsen open, but just out of his reach, and we're looking at a 3rd and 12. Big play for Hope. They've got to prove to themselves that they can stop the Spartans, as they have given up 21 unanswered points since 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Swanson bobbles it a little bit, retains possession up over the middle, incomplete. And a late flag from the back judge. Everyone in orange thought it was good defense, but Andrew Debris, in the eyes of the back judge, made just a little bit of premature contact. The intended receiver on that was Madsen, I believe. Martino, Madsen. And that is what our game officials would call OPI, offensive pass interference, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty and move it all the way down to the Hope 26. Watch it there on, tough break. And once again, a very big penalty at what is a very bad time for Hope. 3rd penalty, and they've all been big ones. Here's Cretin picking his way through the middle. Good yardage by Jaquay Creaton. Didn't really have much, but made something out of it. Moves it all the way down to the 16-yard line. And it's going to be, that's a first down. We thought he was going to get nothing. He ended up with 11. 1st and 10 for Aurora at the 17-yard line. Swanson with 3 receivers to the right. He's got Creaton in the backfield and 1 receiver to the right. That's Ty Pruitt. Handoff to Creaton, has a little opening, and linebacker core coming in and able to shut down for just short yardage. Inside the 15 down to the 13, but still a pickup of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Close to 2nd and 6. Now the 3 receivers are going to come out to the left, and Pruitt's going to go to the right. Excuse me, Boland's going to go to the right, Michael Boland. Here's Swanson, looks left, and wide open is Trey Madsen. Once again, makes his 3rd touchdown catch of the day. That one he was again wide open, and Aurora goes up 27-10 with 8:32 to go in the 3rd quarter. Great execution, but there was no defense there at Hope, as there were 3 wide receivers to the left, and Trey Madsen cut in just a bit from his middle position and was wide open in the end zone. 27-10. PAT is no good. And that's about the only thing that's gone wrong for Aurora University in the last hour and a half, as they now lead 27-10. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We will hear from some good folks who make this possible, and we'll be right back. This is Hope College football.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/.
Carter Knopfinger takes the kick from his right all the way up to the left, up over the 20 to 25. And Hope College is in desperate need of something good to happen, as Aurora University has hung 27 unanswered points after Hope jumped off to a 10-0 lead. Chase Brown in the pistol with Elijah Smith. It's Brown. He goes right side. It's caught by Harris at the 45, the 50, the 40, the 30, 15-10. Touchdown, Hope College. That's what Hope needed. There hasn't been much of a breakdown, but there was that time as Chase Brown found Terrell Harris. And he went all the way down the sideline, 70-plus yards. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Hope College. They have had nothing to cheer about since about 5 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. And now they're back in the game. They're 3 scores behind. Aurora was on the cusp of running away with it. What a play that has breathed new life into Hope College. They still have a lot of work to do because they're still 2 scores behind. Dylan Hilger will have the PAT. We have another Aurora University player out with cramping right now down at the Hope 17-yard line. That will take just a bit, so we will take just a break here, and we'll stay with it and show you some sights and sounds of Ray and Sue Smith Stadium while the injured player is attended to. Here's Dylan Hilger out of the hold of Ben Wellman, trying to cut this lead down to 10. And Hope College is on the board for the first time since the first quarter, and they have new life. There's still work to do, but with 8:08 to go in the third, it's Aurora 27 and Hope 17. We'll take a break and come back with more action. This is Hope Football.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
Dylan Hilger hasn't had a chance to kick off in a while, and he will now. He hasn't kicked off since the first quarter, as that's the last time that Hope has scored. And once again, it's deep to the goal line, and it will be returned after a little bit of a hesitation. Big hit by the Flying Dutch. Let's see who we can get on that. That was Tommy Ben. Who was that? Tommy Boss, who really put the wood to him, and that is going to be where at the 20-yard line where Aurora will start this possession. They lead by 10, 8:01 to go in the third. Josh Swanson leading his team back out on the field. He has had tremendous success today. He's going to go deep, and he's wide open. Nobody within 20 yards of him, and that's going to be another Aurora touchdown. Michael Boland with no coverage in the backfield. Coverage breakdown by the Dutch, and the touchdown they worked so hard to achieve in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter has been erased on one 75-yard touchdown pass from Josh Swanson, and they lead 33-17. What a gut punch for the Dutchman, and what a way to stop the momentum if you're Aurora University. The PAT by wheel goals is up and good. And so we've gone from a 10-point deficit to a 17-point deficit with 7:50 to go in the third. We're going to take another break. This is Hope Football.
Can you hear that sound? That's the sound of a marginalized family's future filling with hope. For $60, you can change the life trajectory of a family through the gift of a goat. When a family receives a goat through Gift of Hope, they have access to nutrition and income. Visit www.rca.org/givehope to shop gifts that share Christ's love. Give a different kind of gift this holiday season. Give a goat, give hope.
Carter Nofsky picks his way forward from his 5 up to about the 27-yard line, where Hope will take over. And just as they were starting to pick away at that Aurora lead, they still have 17 more they have to come back, as Aurora has struck again on one 75-yard touchdown play to give them a 34-17 lead. 7:40 to go in the third quarter. Chase Brown, play action, rolls right. He's got TJ McKenzie open at the 43, and he cuts his way forward to the 46-yard line. Nice pitch and catch from Brown to McKenzie. Terrific play, but we need a lot more of those, and we need defensive stops. 1st and 10 for Hope from the 47-yard line. Chase Brown with 2 running backs, a receiver to the right and a receiver to the left. It's Rampersand and McKenzie. He's going deep for Rampersand, just out of his reach. Good coverage by Aurora, and Ian Rampersand couldn't quite get his hand on it. Give credit to Ben Slatkoff, and I think the other one back there was Quinn Davis. Good coverage, just out of the reach of Rampersad. Carter Nofsinger into the game again. Pistol formation for Chase Brown. Lou Beckler's the H-back. He comes from left to right, and the handoff goes to Elijah Smith. And he doesn't have a whole lot going for him, and it's going to be maybe a gain of a yard to the 48-yard line, and it will be 3rd and a long 8. Hope College desperately needing to keep these drives alive as they are 3 scores down. Clock continues to grind at 6:27. 3 receivers tucked tight on the left side for Brown. Brown's going to go over the middle, complete. That's TJ McKenzie at the 40, fights his way down to the 37-yard line, and that'll be another 1st down for Hope. Hope College generating some offensive yardage. They just need to convert those to points, and they have to do it relatively quickly. Here comes Chase Brown. And a pitch inside to Kareem Williams, who comes from left to right. He gets nice yardage inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Kareem Williams, we haven't called his name a whole lot today. He's a junior from Portage Northern, the proud alma mater of one of our campus's great professors, Jill Vanderstoop, as well as a certain president named Matt Scogan, both of them Portage Northern Huskies. Second and 5. Elijah Smith has got a nice initial surge. He breaks free at the 25, the 20, inside the 10. Elijah Smith off the initial surge from the right side of the line. He barrels his way down to the 8-yard line. And Hope kicking up its heels once again. Give credit to Andrew Shollet and Alex Weber providing the initial surge on that. And we got 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Hope needing to punch it in again. They trail by 17, 1st and goal from the 8. Beckler from left to right. The ball goes to Elijah Smith, and he doesn't have a whole lot, but he's able to kind of hop and skip his way forward down to the 5. Nice run by Elijah Smith, as he didn't have a whole lot to work with there. Good surge by the the left side of the Aurora defense. Jalen Jordan and Otis Watts getting some good penetration there. 2nd and 5. Lou Beckler to the left in the slot, McKenzie to the left, and Knopfinger to the right. And Brown looking in the end zone. He's flushed out. He's got to chase left. He's got nothing. He's going to throw it away, and I'm pretty sure he got outside of the tackle box, so I don't think we're going to have a grounding call, but there might be a slight conversation. There's no flag on the play, so I think that's going to be 3rd and 5. We happen to be stationed just to the Aurora University coaches are just to our right up here in the press box. They both got up in a very animated fashion, hoping to see a flag on that play, but that's not going to happen, as Brown was able to get wide and throw it away. 3rd and 5. 2 plays to punch it in. Hope really needs a touchdown here. It is Daniel Romano who pounds his way forward down to the 1-yard line. That is what he does best. He only stands 5'11", but he comes in at 226 with a really low center of gravity, a lot like Kenya Houston, actually. And now it's 4th and goal, and the crowd is on its feet because they know the necessity of this touchdown. And it's Daniel Romano off the right side. And Hope College is back on the board and has cut the lead to 11 on a little handoff right side. And it's Aurora 34 and Hope 23, as Hope is trying desperately to climb back in, trailing by as many as 17. Here's Dylan Hilger out of the hole from Ben Wellman, and the kick is good. And in many ways, offense has not been the issue here, because Aurora has scored 34 points, and Hope College, after this break, have got to prove to themselves that they can stop the Spartans. We have 3:20 to go in the third, and Aurora leads 34-10. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Ray and Sue Smith Stadium, where points are aplenty here in the second half. Aurora leads 34-24, and Dylan Hilger just shoots another rocket into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. He has really had a mighty, mighty leg off of the tee today, and that's going to put the ball at the 25-yard line for Aurora. The last time they were sitting here around the 25-yard line, it took them one play to go 75 yards, and they can't have that. Hope has got to be able to stop them in order to try to climb back into this game. Here comes Josh Swanson. He's been leading the Spartans all day and has done a really, really good job. The handoff this time goes to his main running back, Jaquay Creaton, who's also had a really great day as he climbs his way up over the 30, and it doesn't look like much, but all of a sudden you look and it's a 7-yard gain in 2nd and 3. If you're the Dutch, you've got to put up a stronger and faster front. That's too much on first down. Swanson on play action, and that ball's thrown away, incomplete. That was intended for Trey Madsen, but Adam Vanderkoy with good coverage. It'll be third down. Kind of a quick throw that time by Swanson, and the crowd is trying to exhort the Dutchman on this 3rd and 3 play. They need something good to happen to him here on defense. Swanson looks to his left, and it's caught. Despite great coverage, Trey Madsen was smothered by Adam Vanderkoy, and he made a terrific catch. 7-yard gain, 1st and 10 for Aurora at the 42-yard line. This is an impressive Aurora offense. Just when the Hope thinks he's got him stopped, here's Creaton again, and he kind of hops and skips his way up over the 45, and that is 2nd and 7 after a gain of 3 by Creaton. Neither team huddles. They get the plays from the sidelines. And Swanson in the pistol with Creaton. He drops back, he looks to his right, and he's sacked! Down he goes on the linebacker blitz. Give credit to Hope College, who came in with a blitz. They hadn't blitzed much at all. And that was Andrew Debry, whose name we've called quite a bit today, the sophomore from DeWitt. Puts Swanson back at his 36-yard line. Exactly what Hope needed. And once again, Aurora is facing a third, not a 3rd and 3 this time, but a 3rd and 16. And the crowd back up on its feet, trying to get this team off, trying to get the defense off the field so that Hope can have another crack at it. We're winding down in the 3rd quarter. Swanson goes to his right and throws it incomplete. Little miscommunication, and that will be 4th down. And Aurora will punt for the first time in the second half, and the Hope defense holds. Austin Wheelgoals, who's had a busy day kicking, but he hasn't been that busy punting as of late. He punted a couple times in the second half, in the first quarter, but he hasn't punted at all in this half. He didn't punt, I don't think, at all in the second quarter either. Nice kick, and Vanderkoy is going to let it go as it's way off to the side. And it's got a nice Aurora roll to it, and it goes out of bounds on the far eastern sideline at the 20. Hope has a long way to go. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line as they will send the offensive unit back out on the field. Our lead video man, Freddie Velasquez, I hope is, he is turning. He did turn that camera on. Freddie, what are you doing to me? Get that camera back out on the field.
And Chase Brown is split out as a receiver. Chance Strickland is in the ballgame.
Strickland is the quarterback here. A little fake handoff, and he runs up over the 25, the 26, 27-yard line. Hope trying a little something there on offense, as it is Chance Strickland, the sophomore quarterback from Mason, who picks up 8 yards as Chase Brown back in at quarterback now, as Chance Strickland took that. And in the running tradition of some of our great quarterbacks, most recently Mason Opley, grinds out 8 yards. Here's Chase Brown. He's got time. He's open. And wide open is TJ McKenzie at midfield. 45, 40, 35. He breaks a tackle. He breaks another tackle at the 15. And he's called out of bounds at the 17-yard line. We thought we had him in the end zone, and TJ was whistled out at the 17-yard line, much to the consternation of the Orange faithful down on the sideline. Still a great play A great catch and terrific yards after catch by TJ McKenzie. It will be 1st and 10 for Hope at the 17-yard line. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. We've played 45 minutes. We've got another quarter to go. We're going to take a break, and we will be back with Hope football right after this. Welcome back to Ray and Sue Smith Stadium for the final stanza of what has been a terrific college football game today. 1st and 10 for Hope. The ball goes to Daniel Romano, who's upended by Connor Nordmeyer. Very little gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. 2nd and 10. I don't think there was a play before that. I think the first down was the first play. So we'll go 2nd and 10. We got 3rd and 10 on the scoreboard, but we're going with 2nd and 10. I think the Hope fans like that one better. 2 receivers to the right. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Malachi Obande is into the game, and a whistle before the play. We'll see what we got.
Dead ball. Full start. Offense, number 66. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
Another difficult penalty for Hope. This one's only of the 5-yard category, but it pushes them back to the 22-yard line, and it will be 2nd and 15. Grant Holzer is into the game. He's off to the left with Terrell Harris. TJ McKenzie to the right. Daniel Romano in the backfield, and he's going to take the handoff around the right side, but he is strung out. He's trying to power his way forward. Give credit to Connor Nordmeyer there, who made the initial contact and pushed Romano off to the side. He got about 4, but it's still going to be, I think, 3rd and 11, depending on where they put the ball down. They put it down at the 19, so it's really more like 3rd and 10. Hope with 2 plays to get it into the end zone, although this is close enough now for a field goal, and since they need 2 scores and to tie the game, one of them could be a field goal. We'll see what happens after this 3rd and 10. Romano in the pistol with Brown. 2 to the left, Harris and McKenzie. To the right is Rampersad. And he throws it to Romano out of the backfield. Nice play, and he dives forward inside the 10 to about the 9, very close to the first down. And I think it's going to be 4th down, and I think the Hope is going to go for it. Lou Beckler, the senior captain H-back, is coming into the game. And McKenzie's going to go to the left, and Rampersad's going to go to the right with 2 backs in the backfield with Brown. Now we're going to take a peek at the sideline and maybe get a different play. We got 11 on the play clock. Hope needs probably about 2 yards. Handoff to Romano. He's hit it behind the line of scrimmage, and down he goes as Aurora holds on 4th and 2, and they take over on their own 13-yard line. Great penetration by the left side of the Aurora line. Once again, it's Jalen Jordan. Wow, what a tough play for the Hope College Flying Dutchman. They could have gone for a field goal to cut it to one score, but on 4th and 2, they had been rolling. And you can't fault the effort, but give Aurora credit for shutting down a great drive by Hope. Remember, that drive was inches away from being a touchdown as TJ McKenzie was ruled out of bounds on that, what would have been a 60-plus yard touchdown pass. Swanson's going to fake and go to his left and just pick up a few yards and actually got a nice gain out of it. There wasn't a whole lot to work with, but he manages to be pushed out about the 18-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. 12:31 to go, clock running. 3 receivers off to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the call by Swanson. He's going to hand it off to Creaton, and he is swarmed under by the Hope defense. That one is going to be leading tacklers there is Adam Gill, the Forest Hills Northern Husky. Ball at the 20, and once again, Hope has put Aurora into a 3rd down situation. This one's about 3rd and 4. Swanson surveys the field. Gets the ball at his 15. He's going to go out to the left side and is complete, very close to the 1st down marker. We'll see how it goes. That one is completed to, oh, it is a 1st down. Yeah, I thought it was closer than that. Cam Moore, once again, we're calling his number a lot, and it's 1st and 10 for Aurora at the 23. Hope still trails by 2 scores. They had the ball at the 17-yard line at 4th and 2. They opted to go for it, and Aurora shut it down. Swanson is going to hand it off to Creaton, and he kind of fights his way forward, breaking loose from a couple of players, and that's going to be another 5 or 6 yard gain. Good 1st yard play by Aurora, 1st and 2nd and 5. Two receivers to the left and 1 to the right. They're going to give it to Creaton. Again, he breaks free after the line of scrimmage. It looked like we had him snuffed out, but no, sir. And he gets up to the 40-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and 10. A little slow getting up is Jaquay Creaton, and he'll come out for a play, but he has been very effective. Combination of run and pass has been really good for the Aurora Spartans. 124 yards rushing, 278 yards passing compared to Hope's 116 rushing and 330 passing. They've come in big bunches, and a couple of poorly timed penalties and other things has hurt Hope's scoring chances. Clock continuing to run. 2nd and 9 after that 1st down play. Otis Ackerman made the stop on that last play. And a whistle, and we may have a timeout.
Timeout, Aurora. That's their 1st timeout of the half.
Aurora takes its first timeout. It's 2nd and 9. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back. You're watching Hope Football.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
Hope College on defense. Aurora with a 2nd and 9 opportunity. It's getting close to the point where Hope will have 2 opponents, the Spartans and the Clock, as they trail by 2 scores, 9:28 to go in the game. Swanson, a little bit of a bobble. He gets an inside handoff, and it's wrapped up by Hope. And it's kind of a broken play. It worked out well for Hope. It's not a huge gain. It's going to bring up another 3rd down situation and another huge opportunity. Calvin Pimpleton making the stop. And I take that back. It looked like he had made more forward progress, but they must have blown it dead earlier. We can't hear the whistles up here all that well. Ball on the 39, 3rd and 11. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Here comes Swanson calling it out. He looks to his left. He goes downfield, and an open player, Trey Madsen, down to the 20-yard line. How many times have we seen that? A wide open Trey Madsen for a 45-yard catch, if my math is any good. And on 3rd and 11, Aurora has capitalized yet again, and they move it down to the Hope 19-yard line. Trey Madsen was plenty open on that play. 1st and 10 from the 19. And handoff inside. It goes to Cretin, and he'll get maybe 3 yards on that one. And it'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Now, Hope cannot afford to give up a touchdown. They cannot afford to go down by 3 scores here. If it's a field goal, it's still a two-score game.
Here's Josh Swanson in the back in the pistol formation with his running back, Jaquay Cretin. 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Swanson looks left into the end zone. It's intercepted by Hope. Heading back the other way, 15, 20. Hope College with a interception at the 1-yard line. It's senior Adam Vanderkoy who reached high in the air and grabbed it down with one hand. And Hope College has held when they needed to the most. You see Adam Coy jump high in the air, boom, and just brings it down with one hand. Exactly what the Dutchman ordered. They got a long way to go with 7:24 to go in the 4th, and they have to score twice. But if the Spartans had punched it in there, I think the game would have been over. We have an official's timeout as we have another injured player over on the sideline. That's the 3rd Aurora player we've had come up, look like cramping. It's wicked hot down on the field. I was down there at halftime, and I wasn't doing anything, and I was feeling it. So I have no doubt that hydration is an issue for all of these players. Hope comes to the line of scrimmage with 2 wide receivers to the right. Chase Brown is going to hand it off to Kenya Houston out of the pistol, and a couple of yards there. Not a whole lot going on there. It's going to be 2nd and 8 or 9. Clock running at 7:05. We're glad you've joined us for this game today. We know you had lots of choices. We hope you were enjoying some football, enjoying some sun, time with family and friends. Here's Chase Brown. He looks over the middle. He's got Terrell Harris over the midfield line to the 47-yard line. What a great play by Chase Brown to get free and then to find Terrell Harris for a 30-plus yard completion. 1st and 10 Hope at the Aurora 48. Brown looks over the middle, and he's got Harris again. No, excuse me. That's number 2, Kareem Williams, whose name we haven't called too much, but he sneaks in over the cuts over the inside from right to left, and another first down by Hope. Handoff goes to Houston. He powers his way inside the 30, inside the 25. Kenya Houston is a load to bring down, and that's 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs in a row, and Hope is banging on the door at the Aurora 21-yard line, but they trail by 10. Flag on the play. Houston again. That play came from the side judge, I believe. It looks like maybe an illegal formation. We'll see what... illegal substitution, I think. Coach Peter Sturzma talking to line judge Bob Rodenhouse about how that was indeed not an illegal substitution. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Illegal substitution, 12 men on the field at the snap. Defense, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Well, that's a little different than what I thought was going to happen. It did come from the far side, from the downfield judge, the side judge on that side, and Aurora must have been caught with 12, and so that's going to be a 5 free yards for Hope. 1st and 5 now at the 17. And Hope desperately needing the score here. We're under 6 minutes to go. Fake handoff. Chase Brown's going to keep it himself off the left side and kind of ride his lineman inside the 10-yard line down to the 8. It's great run by Chase Brown. I don't think anyone saw it coming. He got inside the 10. He got a first down. It's 1st and goal for the Dutch. Great push by the Hope College offense there. Luke Marsh, Dylan Clem anchoring the left side of that line, giving Chase Brown lots of advanced movement. Forward progress. Here's Brown again. Fake handoff. He's going to go left side to TJ McKenzie. Runs into his own guy, but he still gets through. Touchdown, Hope College. TJ McKenzie fought off 2 Spartans. He got hit by one of his own players, and he marches into the end zone. And Hope College has cut the lead to 34-30. TJ McKenzie making something out of nothing, and he marches in from 6 yards out. And Hope College is within 1 score, and they could be within a field goal with the Hilger PAT, which is good. And with 5 minutes, 21 seconds to go, it's Aurora 34 and Hope 31. We're going to take a break, and we will be right back with Hope football.
Can you hear that sound? That's the sound of a marginalized family's future filling with hope. For $60, you can change the life trajectory of a family through the gift of a goat. When a family receives a goat through Gift of Hope, they have access to nutrition and income. Visit www.rca.org/givehope to shop gifts that share Christ's love. Give a different kind of gift this holiday season. Give a goat, give hope.
Well, only one of these two teams is going to win, but they have both performed with great effort and great might this afternoon. And this has been a great Division III college football game. Only one of them is going to come away with a victory, and if the game were to end right now, it would be the Aurora Spartans as they lead 34-31. But despite a couple of setbacks throughout the second half, the Flying Dutchmen have clawed their way back. They trailed by as many as 17, including giving up a 75-yard touchdown pass on the first play from scrimmage of Aurora's first possession of the second half. And remember that Adam Vanderkoy, with about 7.5 or 8 minutes to go, reached up with his big right hand and pulled down an interception at the 1 yard line. And if that had been an Aurora conversion, this game would be over. Aurora still with, you'd rather be Aurora than to be Hope right now because they have the lead and the ball, and the clock is sitting at 5:21. But the Hope faithful are spirited and excited that they are still in this game and one possession away. The handoff after the Hilger touchback, you see, said that a few times today, goes up to the 30-yard line, and that's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Spartans. Another good first down possession, first down scrimmage play for the Spartans. And they have had lots of terrific third down conversions as well that has kept this team, the Spartans, in the lead. Here's an inside handoff to Trey Madsen, who picks his way forward and gets up over the 35. I think that's going to be a first down. Trey Madsen has 3 touchdown catches. He has done a lot for the Spartan offense today, including catching 2 wide open touchdown passes as well as a third. 1st and 10 at the Aurora 36. Clock winding at 4:28. The clock is a friend of the Spartans right now. Swanson with 3 receivers to the right. Inside handoff to Cretin. He cuts right and he stood up with little gain. Hope College's Marcellus Ramius, the senior linebacker from Belleville, Illinois, knocks him down after a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Hope with all 3 of its timeouts. Aurora used one earlier in the half. 15 on the game clock. Aurora in no hurry really to run a play. They'll use what they can as it now ticks in under 6. Here's the snap to Swanson. It's going back to Cretin. He's been the go-to guy, but he's smothered on the left-hand side, and it's going to bring up another third down. Marcellus Ramius once again with a big play, along with some help from others on that left side. And now we're going to have a timeout. And we have another timeout. We'll see who, it looks like it's a Hope timeout. And we are going to take another short break. We got a 30-second, guys, we can run. We got a 30-second we can run. All right, we'll do it. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this.
There have been a lot of big plays in this game, but I'm not sure if there's been one bigger to this point for the Flying Dutchman. It's 3rd and 7. Aurora has the ball at its own 40. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Here's Swanson. Over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for his receiver, Cam Moore. Well covered by the secondary for Hope, and that will bring up 4th down. Hope College is going to get the ball back one more time with the clock sitting at 3:21. The punter will once again be Wheel Goals, and Vanderkoy stands at his own 22. Wheel Goals has had some long ones and some not so long ones, and this one is probably medium depth as Vanderkoy can't get to it to fair catch it. And nice little Aurora bounce, and that's going to be down at the 16-yard line. 3:08 to go. Hope trails by 3. And this is probably the last offensive chance that they will have and they have a long way to go. They are 83 yards from a touchdown. A field goal can tie it. And here they come. This has been a great game, folks. We appreciate you joining us. It's been a lot of fun. Here's Chase Brown. And he's going to keep it himself and run it and not get a whole lot. So the first down play there is suffocated by the interior of the Spartan lineup, Spartan defense, excuse me. It's 2nd and 8, and the clock continues to run at 2:46. Now the receivers head to the 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Beckler is on the right in the slot. Play action. Brown's got time. Over the middle, complete! And it is complete to his H-back, Lou Beckler. And that is a first down. Oh, yeah, it is a first down for Hope. And the clock will stop momentarily. One of the co-captains, Lou Beckler, the senior from Plymouth Canton High School, makes a critical catch. 1st and 10 at the 27. Brown over the middle again. He's got Rampersad, who powers his way past the first down stick and the 40-yard line. And it'll be another first down as Rampersad is slow to get up. And he's trying to get up, and everyone's telling him, why don't you take a break here as the athletic training crew will come out. This might be another one of those cramping situations. We've seen 3 Aurora players go down with it. Rampersad getting a little hydration here from head athletic trainer TK Tim Caberna, as well as some of the student athletic trainers out. Coach Sturzman's going to go out too. It is hot out there. It's going to be a 1st and 10 when we come back. Paul on the Dutchman 40. This does give both teams a chance to rehydrate, huddle up with their respective coaching staffs. And Rampersad, he's a tough guy. And he's all muscle, so I can imagine he's got a lot of muscles to cramp as he's going to be off the field in his own power. And that receiving core is plenty deep as he kind of slowly makes his way off. Chase Brown and Kenya Houston. We got a little double flea flicker. It's fumbled. Chase Brown picks it up. He finds TJ McKenzie, but it's incomplete. It was a double reverse flea flicker. And I think they were going to go long, and I think they were maybe going to go for Carter Novzinger. Or actually into the game was Grant Holzer. And it probably would have worked, but the pitch back to Brown was fumbled. And so Brown wisely threw it out to McKenzie, threw it over his head because he was well covered, and it's now 2nd and 10. 1:57 to go. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Houston play action. Brown is going to go over here to Terrell Heron. We got a flag down as that time pre-reception contact on Terrell Harris. And I think we're going to have what DPI, defensive pass interference. We'll wait to hear.
Pass interference, defense, number 29, 15-yard penalty. Correction, spot foul, automatic, first down.
So that one is not going to be a 15-yarder, but that's going to be at the spot of the foul, and that's going to be an automatic first down and a huge break for the Dutch. I think it was a good call as that contact on Harris did take place before the contact, and so that ball's sitting now at the 49-yard line of Aurora. We're sitting at 1:50. Chase Brown has led this team the whole way, except for a couple of snaps from Strickland. And Lou Beckler gets a little pass out in the flat, and he picks up a few yards. He's knocked out of bounds that time by Zaya McCallie-Smith freshman DB from Live Oak, Texas. Texas recruiting line here on this Aurora team. Several Texans on the roster. Here's Brown. He's chased out. Good pressure by Aurora, and he's just going to have to throw it away. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 4.5 yards. 1:40, as I think everybody in the stadium is starting to feel it right now, the stress and pressure of this game. The crowd is looking for a reason to explode, but I think they'll settle for a first down. Chase Brown. He's got McKenzie, who manages to get out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Very close. We'll see where Bob Rodenhouse puts it down, and indeed it's at the 38. He signals the chain crew on the far side of the field to move it forward. 1st and 10 for Hope. 1:36 to go. And it looks like we have an injury also. Another cramp injury, I think. And I don't know who that is. We'll see once if we can figure it out. Lots of, could be an offensive lineman. If my old eyes serve me well, that is left tackle Luke Marsh, who stands 6'5", 310 pounds. And boy, both teams have just played so hard. Credit to both rosters, both coaching staffs. This has been a really, really good game. And it is indeed Luke Marsh. And now Rampersad is going to come in, and Grant Holzer is going to come out. I didn't see who replaced Marsh. On the depth chart, it's Connor Bovia. McKenzie to the left, Rampersad and Williams to the right. Pistol formation for Brown, and he gives it to Houston, and he powers his way forward, and he gets inside the 35-yard line. He gets a nice gain, pick up 5 or 6. The clock continues to run. Hope has 2 timeouts, 1:21. They're ready to go right now, and it's Brown, and it has it knocked away at the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be incomplete. It will stop the clock. Dwayne Riley, junior linebacker, only stands 5'11", but he got his big paw up there and knocked it down. It's going to be 3rd and 5, 1:15. Here's Brown. Throws left. He's got McKenzie, who gets out of bounds at the 22-yard line. First down, Hope. TJ McKenzie with a little peel-off pattern, and Chase Brown hit him right on the number 5. 1st and 10 at the 22. $1:11 to go. Brown over the middle. Complete to Williams at the 10. First down, Hope College. He's knocked down by Ramirez right away, but not until Williams picks up the first down. The junior from Portage Northern, and Hope is back at it again. This time it's Kenya Houston who barrels his way forward to the 5, the 4, the 3. 2nd and goal for Hope College. They are on the precipice of taking their first lead since the 2nd quarter. And we've got another injured player, and we'll see who gets charged with the timeout. We want to thank our good folks at Lawrence and Vanderswart and for helping sponsor so many of our sporting events. You've heard from those good folks today on the spots. We are not going to go to them right now for fear of coming back too late. So we're going to stick with it here. Aurora will treat their injured player at the 4-yard line. 2 of the officials over speaking with head coach Peter Sturzma. And Jim Caserta and Coach Hunter are speaking with their offense here. The defense from Aurora comes over and has a chat with their coaching staff. The injured player is Ben Slatkoff. He's had a great game today, and he kind of wobbles his way off the field, as many of his brethren under the heat, as everyone has given their all. Drink lots of water tonight, men, because this has been a game. Second and 3 from the 3. A touchdown for Hope puts them ahead. 46 seconds to go. And I think Aurora's going to call timeout.
By rule, the defensive helmet off under 1 minute with the clock running could result in a 10-second runoff. Hope College has elected to take the 10-second runoff. However, Aurora has decided to avoid the 10-second runoff with a timeout. Timeout, Aurora.
Well, our officials have done a great job tonight, and that was no better explained than that was a terrific explanation for a very complicated rule, and that means Aurora is going to take a timeout, and so they will have one left. What do you think, Mr. Secor? Should we do one spot at 30, or you want to keep it here?
Let's keep it here.
We'll keep it here. Mr. Secor has set the rule. What do you think, Brent? Is that good? So we've had a great time up here. I want to thank Steve Secor and Freddie Velasquez. Who do you got on the cameras? We got engineers are Brent, Bryce, and we got good camera guys. We got Ian on camera. Who else we got? Trent. Thank you, folks. Here we're back. We are back. With 46 seconds to go, here's Chase Brown on 2nd and 3. And it's inside handoff. It goes to touchdown Hope College. Terrell Harris. Oh, knocked out of bounds at the 1 foot line. To Terrell Harris. Just stopped short. 3rd down and 1 with the clock stopped at 32 seconds. I got a little too excited a little too soon, and now we are going to have another stoppage of play. I think that ball is going to be sitting at the 1 yard line. Just inside the 1.
Please reset the game clock to 36 seconds.
Now they will reset it to 36. Okay.
It says 32 on our graphic, but we are at 36 seconds. It's 3rd and 1. Hope has 2 chances to punch it in and to take a lead. Here's Chase Brown with Kenya Houston in the background. They give it to him. Touchdown, Hope College! Kenya Houston puts the Dutchman ahead. A 1 yard blast up the middle. And Hope has its first lead since the first quarter. They lead 37-34. The senior who came back for his 5th year, who's battled injury his entire career here. And Hope has the 37-34 lead. Here's Hilger. It's a 4-point lead with 32 seconds to go. The Flying Dutchmen have potentially captured victory out of the hands of defeat. Things were looking so gloomy for most of this game. Beyond the first quarter, it was all Aurora. And slowly, the Dutchmen crawled back. And on a 1 yard off-tackle run by Kenya Houston, the Hope College Flying Dutchmen now have a 38-34 lead. Now for those of you who have been following us, you will remember that Aurora has the capacity to score very quickly, including a 75-yard first play from scrimmage and other 60-plus pass attempts. They get their points and they get their yardage in bunches. So although you'd rather be Hope than Aurora right now, this game is by no means over. Hilger has been blasting the kickoffs all day. Martino is back, and Trey Madsen is back. And here's another one, and it is deep. And it goes 8 yards deep into the end zone, and Aurora will take over on their 25-yard line with 32 seconds to go. The Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference back-to-back winners, riding a 16-game winning streak in conference play, including 8 of them last year. They lost their first 2 games of the year to Mount St. Joseph and to North Central, 2 top 5 teams, including North Central as number 1. And then they ran 8 in a row, and then they made it to the NCAA tournament last year. Here's Swanson. He's going to go right side, and it's intercepted by Adam Vanderkoy at the 41-yard line. Hope College's Adam Vanderkoy has snuffed out the last drive from Aurora, and they take over at the 35-yard line. "26 seconds to go. And I think we're going to see the victory formation coming out on the field. Aurora has 1 timeout left. I'm not sure if they will take it. I was at practice last Saturday, and they ended a fairly light practice with the victory formation. And from the middle of the field, he yells up to all of us watching in the stands, "The best formation in football." And Coach Sturzma puts his hands in a V and yells, "The best formation in football." And there it is. Aurora will choose not to stop the clock, and Hope College escapes their home opener today by a score of 38-34. Congratulations to both teams. This was a great college football game, and Hope College is going to come out victorious 38-34. Thanks to everyone who has put this together for us. I am going to turn off my mic and let our camera people do the work from here. Thank you for joining us. We will be back next week. We're kicking at 1 o'clock again for the second non-conference game as we look forward to bringing you more Hope College football. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Hope.